Hey, guys, happy Sunday fun day and happy weekend to all of you guys. Well, we're back today because Ronald Richards has spoken out again to Us Weekly, and he's letting us know that Tom Girardi, no matter what he said to Page Six, thinking that Erika may have known or whatever, she's still liable for the money either way. We have all the details on this conversation and this interview, but guys, before we jump in, if you haven't already, go ahead, smash that like button, subscribe to my channel, and hit that notification bell. Because, well, you don't want to miss anything we have coming up. Now with that, let's jump right in.
It's time for all your binge-worthy pop culture news. Welcome to Up and Adam.
So guys, if you didn't catch the video this past week, Page Six and paparazzi, they caught up with Tom Girardi exiting one of his favorite restaurants, and I believe it was Pasadena. So when they did, he had about an hour and a half to 2 hour lunch. And when he was walking out, the paparazzi asked him, while having the camera shoved away, being pushed away by one of his colleagues, friends, whoever it was, they asked Tom, do you think Erika knew anything? He said, I think she did. It wasn't the best. But after Tom Girardi made those remarks about his soon-to-be ex-wife, Erika Girardi, making it known that he feels like she knew about his legal woes, well, investigator Ronald Richards is now giving us an update on the case. This is what was said. When questioned by photographers earlier this week regarding what the 50-year-old Real Housewives of Beverly Hills star Erika Girardi knew about the various lawsuits against Tom Girardi, well, even though he has Alzheimer's and dementia, he's living in a senior care facility, and he decided that he wanted to answer the question. The paparazzi, they were pressing him, and they were like, you know, I feel like he wants to answer. You can tell he wants to answer it. Let him answer. And then he looked, and he kind of looked like, he looked a little out of it. You can tell he's withering. It's really it's unfortunate to see anybody in this situation who looks like they're kind of fading away. And I've said this, but I've received a lot of backlash about this because fans were like, we don't give a shit what happens to Tom Girardi. We give a shit what's going on with the victims and how they're going to get their money back. Honestly, for this man, this is karma. And I was like, pretty taken aback. I'm thinking in my head, you guys have really strong opinions, which I'm not mad at any of them. Honestly, I'm in the same mindset where I just feel like at the end of the day, the most important people here would be the victims. That's who we care about. We want to see the victims win. We want to see the victims get their money back. That's what we're hopeful for. But it keeps going. Ronald Richards told Us Weekly that Tom's words hold no weight whatsoever in court, especially because Erika is still liable for the money that was advanced by the firm on her behalf. Us Weekly confirmed in August that Erika is being sued for over $25 million by the trustee who is overseeing the bankruptcy case involving Tom Girardi's former law firm, Girardi Keese. Now, Ronald Richards previously told Us Weekly on, I believe it was September 8th, that his team offered to add about 10% to any voluntary return of the $25 million in expenses paid to him from her in the next few days. Now, that expired. Obviously, she didn't pay a dime of it. She didn't take the bait for what he was putting out. And she said, I feel like this is extortion. He, of course, went on Twitter and explained exactly what extortion is, what it looks like, what it means. And he said, no, babe, this is not extortion. Now, those weren't his words exactly, but pretty much you could read from the tweets. He's like, no, this is not extortion. Sorry, Erika. Ronald Richards also added at the time, if she was interested in helping the victims, she would simply pay back some of the expenses that were improperly advanced by the law firm and improperly deducted by Erika on her LLC and personal returns. Well, this would add 10% to her voluntary compliance payment. It is not about the fees. It is about the victims. Because Erika Girardi has been vocal on Twitter too, saying it's all about the money for Ronald Richards. It's not about the victims, but he's kind of arguing that, saying, listen, I will give up a percentage of everything that I make. Here is the timeline. If you can honor it within that timeline, then guess what? I won't take a fee. But if you can't, guess what? I will absolutely take a fee. But I'm just doing this to show you I don't need a fee. This is about the victims. This is why we're doing this. Get on board or get off. Okay? Again, Sorry, Erika. Obviously, we know that 1 month after she filed for divorce in November of 2020, Tom and Erika, they were both accused of embezzling funds from plane crash victims, burn victims, widows, orphans. The Bravo Real Housewives of Beverly Hills star, she's denied any prior knowledge of Tom and his family's alleged misusing of any funds. That's the multi-million-dollar question at the moment. Ronald Richards told Us Weekly, it is a tangled web one weaves when they are trying to hedge their positions on national television to avoid culpability and be constantly concerned if they're saying things that make them liable for monies received or other people's conduct. Oh, God. He also applauded Sutton Stracke for chiming in on all of this, saying, I would commend Sutton for exercising her First Amendment rights and not being intimidated by anyone. Now, in addition to denying the claims that her divorce is a sham, she also noted about, well, she put out there, let us know about Tom Girardi's 2017 car accident that caused him brain damage. Part of true brain trauma is making decisions that you wouldn't normally make, she said on an episode that premiered back in August. It is hard to watch someone go through this, and there's nothing I can do to help. Now, of course, we saw this past Wednesday another episode of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills that aired on September 22nd, and Erika got emotional after learning that Tom Girardi's brother, Robert Girardi, who was named his conservator, planned to move him into a care facility. She said, I may be getting a divorce from this man, but that does not mean I have divorced myself from caring for another human being who cannot clearly care for himself. Okay. I can't be married to the man, but I can certainly say that I don't want him in some facility where he's not taken care of and discarded. This is a lot. All right, guys. So my question for you is, does it come as any surprise or shock when I did the video for Page 6, when I explained that the paparazzi and the photographer caught up with Tom Girardi? I even said, we need to ask Ronald Richards, we need to ask Emily D. Baker, somebody to ask if this point, this statement that he made carries any weight. They're pretty much letting us know that absolutely it does not, because the simple fact that he is under a conservatorship. So whatever he says, it's meritless, unfortunately. And at the end of the day, Ronald Richards is just letting us know, regardless of whatever statement he says, Erika Girardi is still liable to pay back any money. The $25 million, this is still falling on her shoulders. This is not going away. No matter what Tom Girardi says, it's not going away. My question for you guys is, are you surprised? Do you think that Ronald Richards will continue to pursue Erika until he finds the money? And do you find Ronald Richards to be the guy who is just looking for a payday, or do you really feel like he's trying to help the victims? I've seen a lot of divided comments where some of you guys are like, Ronald Richards is a snake and he's looking for any sort of attention and trying to have a come up, and he's trying to grow his business off of the Girardi scandal. But I've also seen some of you guys who have said, you know, he's trying to do anything he can to help the victims. At the end of the day, we have to realize this man has to get paid, just like a tax person, an attorney, a flight attendant, a pilot, a bookkeeper, a manager of a business, a lawyer. He has to get paid at the end of the day. He's not doing this for free. So should we be this surprised that he would be getting a payday? Well, I have a lot of questions to which I need a lot of answers. Guys, if you haven't already, go ahead, comment below. And before you go, if you haven't already, go ahead, smash that like button, subscribe to my channel, and hit that notification bell. Because, well, you don't want to miss anything we have coming up. And also, don't forget that we have tonight, 90 Day Fiancé, The Real Housewives of Potomac, and The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City coming out. We will be covering The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City tomorrow at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Jason's channel, Down with Jason. And also 11 a.m., we will be covering Real Housewives of Potomac, also on Jason's channel, Down with Jason. So we have been rotating Salt Lake City. It looks like we've been going around the table. We've done it on my channel, Kenpire's channel, and now Jason's channel. I'm excited, and I hope you guys are in for it. And don't forget, Monday through Friday now, we are doing a 6 p.m. Hot Messy Topics, Hot Messy Takes. Friday, you guys killed it. You guys came in with all of your unfiltered opinions, and the live chat was just booming. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate the hell out of you. Again, happy Sunday Fun Day. I hope you guys have a beautiful weekend, and I will see you so very soon. Bye, guys.